I love that. Thank you, Joe. Hello, I'm Gilly O'Rourke, as you know. I'm a long-term Seroptimist, having first joined in my 30s when you were actually asked to join. After a career break, I rejoined in 2011, and I am really passionate about making lives better for women and girls, and I'm very committed to our aims and objects. I have the honour of being an SI director, president-elect of SIGB Federation, and since 2024, chair of the Seroptimist International Foundation. I bring to these roles not only a great deal of management and board experience in my professional life, but also over 30 years experience in the voluntary sector across a variety of roles. Being a member of the SI board is giving me a tremendous insight into the workings of SI across the world. It is such an enjoyable experience to both learn about and contribute towards the development of the organisation going forward. In addition, I am working with some truly inspiring women, both volunteers and the office staff, all of whom are happy to help, guide and advise. And I thank each and every one of them for bearing with me. So all I'm going to say on this is, if you are thinking about becoming an SI director or a director of your federation, I would encourage you to go for it. You can't change things from the outside. And one thing, please do not be put off if people say to you, oh, it's an immense amount of work, because what is one person's stress level is another person's challenge. As an SI director, it's absolutely marvelous to see the fabulous work which has been done and which you've heard about from immediate past President Maureen, from President Suya, all over the place. It's really fabulous. Yeah, okay. So I will now go on to the presentation.
I hear you now.
Can you not hear me?
Yes, we can hear you clearly, Gilly.
Okay, fine. Thank you. Fine. Thank you, Joe. Now, some of this you will have already heard from other presenters, but a lot of it bears reinforcing. Can I have the next slide, please, Joe? Seroptimist International Foundation was established in 2021, as you know, and was launched officially in 2023 at the convention in Dublin. It is a charitable trust designed to maximise opportunities for Seroptimist International's global projects. As a registered charity monitored by the Charity Commission for England and Wales, it provides public assurance of accountability, while the Foundation's projects focus on education, empowerment and enablement, and aligns to our core mission. Next slide, please, Joe. Thank you. Seroptimist International Limited serves as the sole trustee of the foundation, with the SI board managing the foundation on its behalf. The SI board is responsible for ensuring that all funded projects align with the foundation's objects and comply with the guidance issued by the Charity Commission. Additionally, the Seroptimist International Foundation has a dedicated committee that oversees all its activities to ensure effective governance and management. Next slide, please, Joe. Thank you. The Seroptimist International Foundation operates similarly to the previous president's appeals, but with one key difference. Seroptimists now have a greater say in selecting and funding projects. Additionally, the foundation can apply for grant funding and receive donations from outside our membership without incurring taxes. Clubs, regions, national associations, countries, and federations can all propose projects for funding that meet the foundation's objects. Next slide, please, Joe. Seroptimist International is committed to addressing the key issues that impact women and girls worldwide. These include such areas as domestic violence, education, health, poverty, homelessness. The list is endless. So if you have a project that aligns with these goals, we encourage you to reach out to us. Simply email your proposal to hq@seroptimistinternational.org, addressed to the chair of the Seroptimist International Foundation. Next slide, please, Joe. Once we receive these, our foundation committee carefully evaluates each submission. We assess the projects against our rigorous project criteria and due diligence policy. Through this review process, we ensure that we select initiatives with the greatest potential to have a meaningful impact. So following these evaluations, the top proposals are recommended to the Soroptimist International Board for final approval. This collaborative approach ensures that every project we undertake is both impactful and aligned with our mission to improve the lives of women and girls globally. To date, Soroptimist International Foundation projects have addressed critical issues such as poverty, health, violence against women, and gender equality. And in 2023, donations to the foundation enabled Opening Doors to a Bright Future appeal to improve the lives of over 3,000 women and girls, as Maureen has already said. Next slide, please. I'll just go through this briefly. Opening Doors to a Bright Future appeal. Under this appeal, projects have been undertaken in each of the 5 Soroptimist federations, including locations in Paraguay, Malawi, Cambodia, Uganda, Georgia, and the Caribbean. These projects focus on issues affecting women and girls, such as gender digital divide, promoting gender equality, using sport for positive change, and providing education and life skills. More details of these projects can be found in the newly published 2023 annual report. Next slide, please. We also have a project on the women from war-torn countries, thanks to a donation from SI Taiwan. We were very pleased to receive this donation of 100,000 US dollars from Taiwan. It's a generous contribution and it's dedicated to supporting women affected by war and conflict, both within and outside their countries. In December 2023, the SI board approved the foundation project, and it's in partnership with SI Lumiere in Mali. It was awarded initially £41,000, and as you heard from Wendy, the second tranche of funding is just being sent. This funding will be used to educate and support 100 displaced women and girls who have survived the ongoing conflict. The overall aims of this project are to economically empower women and girls displaced due to conflict, help them to realize their potential, oh, I do beg your pardon, to become equal leaders in their communities, provide training and employment opportunities. These efforts will reduce their exposure to danger and help them to achieve food security. Next slide, please. As you've heard, in December 23, we held the Visible and Vocal competition in partnership with the Commonwealth Business Women's Network, aiming to empower girls between 10 and 11. 7 young speakers delivered speeches on a range of topics, and I have to say I saw them, and one of them was amazing. Well, they were all amazing, but one particularly. Our prize winner was Stephanie from the Philippines, representing SIA, and she delivered a compelling speech on what girls can do to address climate change. Next slide, please. The Lugari Youth Leadership Project is a leadership training program established by the Willing Hearts Society of Canada, and it was in Kenya 12 years ago. In 2023, the Soroptimist International Foundation continued to support this project by funding 200 girls aged between 14 and 18 to attend the Youth Leadership and Mentoring Training at the Lugari Community Resource Centre in Western Kenya. The funding provided them with accommodation, meals, transportation, training materials, and Days for Girls kits for the 200 girls. These girls came from all areas of Kenya to participate in the project, which focused on leadership training, peace building, good governance, human rights, finances, health, media, entrepreneurship, and increasing community connection. Next slide, please. Now my favorite bit, call to action. There is a need to fundraise for us so that so many more worthwhile projects can continue to be funded by the Sir Optimus International Foundation. Like the SI President's Appeals, we can only do this with your help and donations. The 10th of December is the Sir Optimus International Foundation Day, also known as Human Rights Day, or International Sir Optimus Day. SI President Su Yong encourages you to raise funds and donate to the Sir Optimus International Foundation. By donating, you can make a difference to the lives of women and girls around the world, giving them the opportunity to have a global voice. Next slide, please, Joe. So how to donate? Let me have a think. Best way of doing this, right? The best way of doing this is to donate to the International Foundation, which you will find on the SI website. This has now, the website I know some people were worried about, but Margaret has done a marvelous job and she has now got that link connected. Donations can, as previously, be made through the federations by members, clubs, regions, national associations, unions, or countries. Legacies can be added or sent in your will. We have some very, very good legacies. While both restricted and unrestricted legacy funds are accepted, we do encourage unrestricted donations, which allows the SI Foundation to fund all selected projects. Endowments are especially welcome, with money and investments allocated to specific projects that meet SI's objects. Some restrictions may apply, and they will need to be checked by the UK Charity Commission before acceptance. UK taxpayers can opt for their donations to be included in a gift aid scheme. We also welcome fundraising ideas and grant applications to the Sir Optimus International Foundation Committee. And for your information and your members' information, 92.5% of all your donations go directly to projects. The remaining 7.5%, as agreed, cover administration costs. Last slide, please, Joe. Our sincerest thanks to the clubs, the individuals who've already donated to the foundation. Your generosity, as immediate past President Maureen said, has enabled the foundation to provide positively and to impact the lives of over 3,000 women and girls, and they will allow us to continue improving the lives of countless more. Thank you.